Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Nick from NoobKill coming at you with another Madden video today. So guys, this might be a very short video, maybe a very long video. Could be like 5 minutes, could be 10 minutes, could be even 20 minutes. I don't know how long this might take. I'm just gonna go ahead and give you guys and run through all my thoughts about this current Madden mobile season, as you guys can see from the title. Now, of course, guys, I am an EA Sports game changer, and that means I do have connections, and I have I guess I do chat with the developers of the game really frequently. And then a lot of you guys think that, yo, I suck up to EA a lot, and you guys might think that every time they release a promo or they do something, and even if it's terrible, you guys think that I would say it's amazing, and I would say everything and give it all good feedback. But if I did that, guys, that would basically negate the whole point of me being a game changer. The whole title says it itself. It is a game changer. I'm here to go ahead and tell them feedback of how to make their games better. And of course, when promos come out, and especially like the one that just came out, Team of the Year was one of the saddest promos I've seen this whole current season. But with that being said, if promos come out like that, I don't sit on my back and sit down and just say, yo, that's a great promo, I see what you guys were doing there, this is amazing, and blah blah blah. Nah, guys, I actually go ahead and tell them where their faults were at, pros and cons of every single promo that pretty much released this current season. And that's what the whole program is about, to go ahead and connect the link between what people in the community want and of course with the devs, because of course there's not that much talk sometimes between the community and the devs. So the game changer program is kind of like the middleman. It brings both of the teams together, and that's the whole point. So a lot of the feedback you guys tell me, I go ahead and relay it to the devs, and they do see it as well. But there's a bunch of us that are part of this community, a part of this program, and there's a huge amount of us in the community, guys. And what's pretty awesome, I've been on phone calls with them, with Kralo, my boy. We told them about a lot of features that you guys would like to see, and they're in the game. So that's why the program is really great. I like it a lot. But I'm just gonna go ahead and run down through what my thoughts are, honestly, with you guys of how this year has been. And I just wanted to let you guys know, like, yo, I don't sit back. With game changers, we don't sit back just because EA went ahead and flew us out somewhere. Nah, if they flew us out somewhere, we're there to give them the honest opinion. We're not being yes men. We're not there to say, yeah, this was great. If it was great, we'll tell them if it was great. If it was terribly wrong, something terribly mishappened, or something bad happened, we're there on their case as much as you guys. We just don't promote it as vocally as some of the other people do, but we are on. We have special Facebook groups, we have special Twitter DMs and all that stuff with them. So a lot of our feedback is relayed, a lot of your guys' feedback as well, it's relayed to them. But like I said, let's go ahead and talk about it. So you guys know Madden Mobile has been out for 3 seasons now, so technically 3 years. I started playing the game right in the first season when, of course, we had Richard Sherman on the cover, which we would name, of course, Madden Mobile 15, because right now we're Madden Mobile 17. But I absolutely love that game. That game I fell in love with. It was so much fun, and everything was so new. But I kind of have a fault with it. Well, like, I can't say it's the best Madden Mobile just because I thought everything was so exciting because everything was new, because it was new, right? It's like you never saw a Most Feared promo before. Hey, you never saw what the Super Bowl promo was going to be like on Madden Mobile, and that was the first year, and everything was new to you. Ultimate Legends, that was sick. All that was pretty awesome. But let's put that all to the side. We'll move on to the second season, because that is not being new, because we've already ran through one season and the second season. Now, a lot of the promos, promos, and all that stuff for the second season, I thought some of them were really great, some of them were really awful. Some, like, awful being like the Thanksgiving one, where that Barry Sanders was like unbelievable, insane to complete that set. Other stuff where they held back on some of the overalls. Now, they're holding back a lot in overalls this season, but let's keep on season number 2. Now, promos I really liked were like, which were brand new in season 2, was we got golden tickets, superlatives. The NFL draft was pretty cool. All those brand new things. The 4th of July came to NFL Madden Mobile as well. That was pretty awesome, but they still ran a lot of cool things as well. Like, yo, I remember the first time they really messed up something in the auction house. Like, people were like buying packs, but the packs weren't costing any coins or something, or like if you sold something, it would double duplicate. So they had to do a whole rollback and everything. If you guys remember back to last season, and after they rolled everything back, they give you what, 400 Madden cash, and then of course we had a 1 stamina weekend. Now this is where the game changers went ahead and banned up, and we said, yo, this was awesome. The one stamina weekend was so much fun, guys, and I know a lot of you guys had fun with the one stamina weekend as well last season. And we said, yo, you guys messed up and you guys gave out a one stamina weekend, but why not show your appreciation to the community and have more one stamina weekends run throughout the whole season as well? And they actually had one stamina weekends out of the blue, like, hey, here's a one stamina day, here's a one Saturday stamina weekend, one stamina Friday. So those things were really cool. I liked how they did these little knickknacks to give you like a little rewards and stuff, and I thought that was really awesome. Now, moving back onto the first season, I liked the promos a lot better back then. I liked it better that we didn't have one huge master set. We had a bunch of masters. They called it the Ultimate Freeze Legends, or like the Ultimate Feast Legends, or stuff like that. The only time we really had a big master was for Halloween. Out of the big 3 promos, Halloween, we did have JJ Watt. I like that one a lot with the stadiums, but the other ones were like, we had a bunch of packs. We had an Avalanche pack for Ultimate Freeze, and the big set was the Snowman set, where you had a bunch of other NFL legends, or the legends for that promo, like Bo Jackson, Jack Lambert, Deacon Jones. And then for Thanksgiving, we had actually 5. Troy Aikman, Terrell Suggs, Deion Sanders, Barry Sanders, and the last one was Amon Green. The last one was Amon Green. So I liked it how, yeah, those sets were expensive to make, but any boss master set is expensive to make. And of course, you had an opportunity to pull any one of those guys, and I thought that made it so much better, made so much more hype towards the promos. Now, moving on to season 3, I feels like it's been lacking a lot, guys. It's been lacking like crazy, and I don't know if it's that just us feeling like yo, this is the 3rd year we've been playing and nothing's really changed. I haven't had, I'm not gonna lie, I had that wow factor only once this whole season, and the other times it's just been like, yeah, I've been excited for the promo, but nothing's really been like, wow, that is absolutely insane. It's so much more exciting and more hype around the promo. The only time I felt that was during the Most Feared promo, where we had 2 different masters, and we had the first with Brian Urlacher, and then the second one with the Beast of the Gridiron with Antonio Brown. We never really had that. We always just had one certain master set, and then this time around we had another, and they went ahead and phased it out. The only time we actually did have that in season 2 was with BCA. We had phase 1 and phase 2. But this one ran a little different. It was like they had stuff planned for Most Feared, and then they had another part planned out for Most Feared, and they kind of released it in 2 bits. And I thought that was insane. They did that for Ultimate Freeze, but it just didn't feel fun. It just didn't feel fun at all. I don't know why. The Brett Favre's, it just, I don't know, it's just like, yo, we got another master set. There was no like, wow, this is insane. I loved how they did it with like the Beast of the Gridiron, where you go ahead and get all 3 of those guys. Now, a big downfall in that, I was really shocked that you had to put all 3, what was it, Sue, Landon Collins, I think, and then the last one was Jameis Winston. All 3 of those master sets into the other 3 like hero sets into the master set. I didn't like that at all. But that being said, I thought that was cool. But other than that, this season has been feeling like very like nothing's really wowed me, and that's what's really been disappointing to me, guys. And like I said, I'm a game changer, guys. I want to know your guys' feedback so I can relay it and hopefully to make the game better as well. And I want to know what everything you guys think. What do you guys think the promos that you thought were absolutely fantastic this year, and what promos lack something, and what promos were absolutely horrendous? Now, one of the biggest promos I'm saying is horrendous is this Team of the Year promo. Now, this Team of the Year promo is just, it's just sad. It's just so sad because, like, yo, like I said before in the other Team of the Year video where I went ahead and opened up the bundles, I showed you guys that there's supposedly some reason gold Team of the Year players. That makes no sense to me. And then another thing is that Team of the Week players have higher overalls than the Team of the Year players. So, like, what is going on? And one of the Team of the Year players is David Johnson. He's the running back. He's like a 92 overall. And then, of course, he has a 93 overall Team of the Week card. Now, that just scratches my head. Team of the Week, I look at it like it's such an amazing program. I love it because it's like every single week there's brand new players, but of course there's brand new stars in every single week. So let's just use like tight ends for example. Let's just say Tyler Eifert. Now this is not relate to real NFL season right now, of course, but let's just use Tyler Eifert. Let's just say he played really bad throughout the whole season, but let's say week number 10 he caught like 6 touchdowns, and that was his only highlight week. He would get a Team of the Week master, but definitely not. He's not going to get a Team of the Year card because he did not play good throughout the whole year. Now, if we use, like, let's just say Gronk, like, because he's injured, but I'm just using him as an example, guys. He played amazing throughout the whole year. Let's say he didn't have a huge game like Tyler Eifert with 6 touchdowns in one game, but steadily throughout the year, he had 2 touchdowns per game. Then you look at that guy's card and it's like, yo, he played amazing throughout the whole year. That's so much tougher than trying to play good for 1 week. So why make the Team of the Year players, overalls, and everything else about the promo lower? That just, it doesn't make any sense. These players should be at the top of their prime. This is like up there with MVPs, NFL honors. These cards are players that played amazing throughout the year. So having gold players was like a huge like smack in the face. Like, what the heck? Why do we have gold players? And some of the gold players, like, yo, these guys didn't even play throughout the whole year. What's his name? The guy that plays the quarterback for the Dolphins. I swear he only played like 2 games. He has a Team of the Year gold card. That's not even like, that doesn't even justify anything. And then of course the Masters, another wide receiver. We have an abundance of wide receivers already. It's just weird that I get Julio Jones had a fantastic year, and he's probably going to get other cards as well, but having him as a master for this promo while we needed other positions that we could have seen a master for, that's what scratches my head as well. But other than that, it's just everything else about this year has been, it's just been kind of like a mystery to me. What's been going on? Now, I know the guys at EA, they're busy and they work on projects like 3 months ahead of before it actually comes out. But so I know they're busy, but things that just don't add up to me. Now, I was one of the group that saw the game early in the sneak peeks, and we got to go ahead and capture footage, and they told us about the mini games. Now, the mini games I thought was going to be the huge breakthrough for gameplay. You guys know, out of the 3 big EA Sports games that they have is NBA Live Mobile, Madden Mobile, and then of course FIFA Mobile. I would say Madden Mobile gameplay wise lacks the most, just because both FIFA and NBA Live Mobile, it's more fluid. It's no stops and stuff, while Madden's more linear. And that, you can't fault Madden Mobile because that's just how football is played, right? But not that many people care too much about gameplay. So I thought, yo, these mini games, this is going to be the breakthrough to have people wanting to play the game and actually get better players and just have frustrating moments other than Gauntlet and stuff like that and domination. So I saw the gameplay as like, yo, this is a huge thing. This could be a catalyst to start something amazing for this game. And of course, I questioned them when they told me, yo, they're going to be releasing limited amounts of this person's card. And the first one was Matt Forte. They released like 15,000 to the first 15,000 people who win the challenge will get him. And yo, they have so many people that play this game. So I thought 15,000 was very little. And it was. And especially since how many people try to play the game that it just crashed the whole game and no one can play for a straight hour. And what really questioned me was like, yo, this was a huge thing that you guys could have did to make the game so much more exciting, and they did it for the first time, and it was awesome, but it also failed at the same time. It was awesome and everybody didn't like it at the same time. But what really questioned me was, why did they just give up on it? Why not go back to the drawing board, see what people liked, see what the negatives were, and go ahead and try to strategize and see something better that you guys can do with the game mini games. The mini games would have been so cool, but they just scrapped the whole idea. We haven't had a mini game since like week 3, and after week 1 they had it out. The second week they tried to do something and it was terrible because they gave ridiculous rewards, and then the next week they had like a chance, and then after that it's been gone. We only get certain type of mini game challenges during the daily warm-ups, but that's like a waste of time because usually you're trying to rush, you're trying your hardest to be one of the first to try to beat the hard challenge, but then on the daily warm-up you're just gonna get a daily warm-up collectible, right? So I thought that the mini games would have been so awesome, but I just question it. But like, why did they give up on it? Why didn't they just go back to the drawing board, try to make it better? Why not instead making a limited quantity of items, instead of making the guy so amazing? Like they had, it was a 95 I think, or 93 with +1 speed. Maybe make it a 90 overall. It was the beginning of the game, so that would have still been amazing. A 90 overall with +1 speed, and instead of having a limit of 15,000, maybe make it 100,000, or maybe don't even have a limit at all, right? So and just have a limited time that the live event would be up. So instead of it being like, oh, 15,000 people and you have 5 hours to go ahead and complete it, and in the first 15 minutes all of them gone, so the other time it's just wasted. So it would be like, yo, you have an hour to play this event, you have to try as hard as you can to try to get it, and of course the difficulty is hard, so you're not going to get on the first try. So you have an hour though to go ahead and try to make it. Now that would have sounded so much more logical, and I bet you it would have turned out a lot better, and a lot more people would have had fun with it, because one, A, they get the reward they wanted, and B, there's a challenge to the game and people are still playing the game, right? So that's one thing that scratched my head a lot. Now another thing that really ticked me off about this year was, you guys know one of my favorite series from last season was the flashbacks. Now it was awesome, we had flashbacks last season, and they had a set. It was like 17 elite trophies plus 7 gold trophies. Now that did ask for a lot, but the flashback players were awesome, and how they had it set up would be like, they had 5 flashback players for series 1 and then 5 flashback players for series 2, and every series it would bring out a brand new type and their overalls would go up and stat boost, and those players would be pretty awesome. Now this year around they changed it. They made it so it was like a legend type of set. So you would have, let me go ahead and just pull this up so I can refresh myself, because we haven't seen these guys for so long. And the last one was Martellus Bennett. That's just a joke. So that being said, let's go ahead and check it out. So you would have your collectibles, a flashback badge, and then of course this year or whatever week they played, just like legend collectibles, and then of course the amount of league trophies. Now that would give you the player, right? And then of course the ones that we used to have would be a random of all of them. They had it called the Flashback Friday set. Now Flashback Friday, that's the whole name of it, like that's the whole point of it. That's a lot of fun, right? But that being said, they just dropped it completely. They just, after Bennett, we didn't see anybody else. Console still keeps every Thursday they get a brand new flashback, 2 flashback players I believe. It just disappeared. They had great expectations with it, but once again they just walked away from it and left everything behind. And that was one of the funnest parts about Madden Mobile, was these flashback packs. And another thing they did bring out to kind of replace the flashback packs was what's it called, the X Factor players. The X Factor players, the sets were similar to it. Let me just go ahead and try to see what the set does call for again, because I haven't done it in a while. It does ask for 17 elite trophies and then 5 gold trophies, so somewhat similar to the flashback sets last season. But that being said, there hasn't been any new addition X Factor players. Granted, there was a brand new X Factor player and flashback players for the Christmas present, but that's not really the same. I don't think you can pull those Christmas presents players out of these X Factor packs. So that's what's really like, yo, like they had so many expectations, they had so many great things that they had planned. Now I really like headliners and stuff like that. That's pretty cool, they added this year. But there was a lot of things that they had this season. It looked like it was gonna have a huge bright future for that promo or whatever they were doing for it, such as X Factors, such as flashbacks this season, but and of course mini games. But they just went ahead and stopped production on it and just left it and walked away from it, and we haven't heard a word from it. So it's like, and that's just what's questioning me a lot. It's like there was so much fun and brand new content every single week, every single month, not just from the big promos, but other things on the side as well. And I don't even think this season we even had a 1 stamina weekend, guys. So that's really questioning me why we never had a 1 stamina weekend. That would have been a lot fun. That would have been insanely fun. Maybe we had one, but by this time we had so many last season. We should have had a lot more than maybe just one stamina weekend. I don't even remember if we did have one this year. But that being said, guys, that's just my thoughts. I'm just feeling like something's really missing out of this year. We're just missing something. There's never been really a wow factor that wowed us, and I can tell that a lot of people are not as in tune with the game, as hyped with the game as they were 2 seasons or even 1 season ago. And I really hope that things change and everybody gets back on the hype train for Pro Bowl and Super Bowl. Hopefully they make a really awesome promo for that. But Team of the Year, that's just been a huge disappointment. I know a lot of you guys feel that way as well. The NFL playoffs were kind of cool, but it's just kind of weird as well. But that being said, guys, that's just my thoughts. Like I said, to just sum it all up, I feel like we're really missing something. And I want to know your guys' thoughts. I want to know your guys' feedback on what you guys think every promo that you guys felt that was amazing or you guys felt was horrible. Why? What is one thing you would have changed to that promo? Tell me in the comment section below, guys. I really want to go ahead and listen to all your guys' thoughts. Of course, I will relay this message, all your feedback and stuff, to EA. Hopefully we'll see some improvements improvements in the game for future. But that being said, guys, I'm not saying I don't love the game. I still have a huge passion for Madden Mobile, but you guys can even notice on the channel right now I've been posting a lot of NBA and FIFA Mobile, and there's been a reason for that, being that nothing's really been exciting for me that I want to like record something of. And I know that sounds really weird, but that's been one reason why you've been seeing a lot of FIFA, NBA Mobile more on the channel than Madden Mobile right now. But hopefully one day we can make it back, so it's mostly just Madden Mobile. But that being said, guys, tell me your guys' thoughts. I really want to say thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to this, it's already 20 minutes into the video. You guys are a trooper. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and drop your feedback below, and I'll catch you guys soon. All right, peace.